Hey Leo, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with sun, moon, or rising in Leo. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. Oh, we have the Queen. Okay, that's wow, that's pretty intense energy to start out with. This card always gives me Empress vibes, like a lot. So let's see what else we have. We have the High Priestess. Wow. And we have the Horse. Okay, this is absolutely gorgeous. First of all, let me just say that. Yes, I have Empress vibes off of this. Like, we don't have the Empress here, but especially with this, the Queen and the High Priestess, it's like, whoa. And Empress energy is super strong because it's like all the queens rolled up into one mega queen. So I feel almost like the strength of this card from this particular deck is like more like Empress energy than Queen energy. This is like the best attributes of all the queens in tarot combined into one is the feeling that I'm getting. It's like, it's just a much heavier energy. It's a much more well-rounded energy than any one queen. So I feel like you have a lot to offer. You probably have a lot of interests. You probably have a lot of talents, a lot of natural giftings. I feel like you're a person who is creative, who is passionate, who is kind and caring, someone who is probably very physically attractive, extremely physically attractive, because I think you draw a lot of people in, and I think that you're also a very, very good communicator, like that your communication is something that's very attractive. So yeah, this is like mega queen energy. I just have that feeling in this reading that this has more, like it has more intensity to it. This energy is referring to something that is powerful yet nurturing. So I feel like that is kind of like your vibe. Wow, I get that from really all of these cards. I am really, really drawn to this horse right now, like really caught looking at the horse's eyes right now. Wow, okay. This is the energy of a person who knows their inherent worth. And because of that, because of the fact that you can see your inherent worth, I think that it allows you to see the worth in others. There's a very, very compassionate energy pouring off of your reading. And I feel like this is what people know about you. They know that they will be valued around you. They know they will be respected around you. They know that you will see them for who they really are. I feel like you're the type of person that highlights what is great about those around you, like someone who notices like what makes a person very unique, notices what their best features are or what they're very talented at, and you nurture that in people. You highlight it and you nurture it. I feel like you can see things that other people can't see. You see beyond the surface level when it comes to the people that you interact with. I also am feeling like when you combine this High Priestess energy with the energy of the Queen and also of the Horse, but really just these two, I feel like you're left with something that is extremely, extremely powerful. And I think that people view you as someone who's capable of containing that kind of power. I hope that makes sense to you, because I feel like for some of you this might be something you've even struggled with, like a feeling of almost like knowing more than you should, or knowing more than a lot of people around you do, being able to I think it's this intuitive nature of yours, this high priestess energy. You're so intuitive. You're also someone who I think kind of straddles both worlds, both the spiritual and the invisible, the unseen world, and this physical world that we live in. I think you're someone whose energy really straddles those two worlds. And although at times this sort of thing can feel like a burden, I think that what's important to say here is that you are a container sufficient enough to hold that kind of energy, to hold that kind of knowledge, to hold that kind of potential, even to hold that level of love. So if this is something that's felt overwhelming, the blessing in it is that I think you're growing to be able to understand that this is actually the highest compliment from the divine, that you were chosen to be this sort of container, to understand everything that you do, to be able to connect with people, to be able to see the value in others, see the specific value in those around you. So all of this is coming through because this is something that's very attractive about you. It's something that people are drawn towards because you can really see them. You really connect with them. I feel like you're not a person who gets caught up on material things or even on physical appearance. I think you're more into deep connection. Like when this comes to friends, when it comes to significant others, it's like you're really more concerned with the fact that this person is a good and loving soul. That's what draws you to people. So it really makes people feel connected to you, and also the fact that you really see them, like you see them for who they are. I feel like you're the type of person that will encourage people to follow their dreams, encourage people to devote more time and energy towards things that they're very gifted at. Yes, yes. Highly intuitive. I just have to say that because it's like your intuition is above and beyond. I feel like you really have a way of picking up on what other people need. A lot of times it's what they need to hear. Like you'll know the exact right thing to say to someone to ease them, to calm them, to encourage them. You just have that intuitive knowing, and it makes people feel very drawn to you. Sometimes I feel like sometimes you are actually mirroring other people's energy. Like you're very good at doing that. You're very good at being that mirror. You're very good at matching frequencies, matching their energy. That is actually, that's a really beautiful thing that I think it's very inviting towards people. Like it's a very inviting energy because you're able to match people right where they are, is how I'll put it. Yeah, you have the ability to meet people exactly where they are. It makes you really easy to talk to, easy to connect with. You can relate to people a lot easier. Yeah, you have a unique way of relating to whoever you're interacting with. There's a really gentle and nurturing energy that is coming off of this reading. It feels like it spills out from you and kind of it touches everybody around you. And puts people at ease. And I do have, because I am so drawn to this horse, the horse's eyes, and also on the High Priestess card, her eyes being closed like this in a very gentle way. So I feel like there's something very gentle about your eyes. There's a softness around your eyes. There's a kindness and compassion that you convey through your eyes. It makes me think of somebody that I feel like you might have really long lashes or something. There's something that really softens your eyes, or it's the energy that you use to look at people. It just feels very soft, very nurturing. Yeah, I think there's a lot of emotion in your eyes. The way you look at people makes them feel like they're capable of seeing right through. I'm sorry. I'm trying to kind of decipher that. It makes them feel like you are capable of seeing right through to their soul. I feel like that feeling that they get is probably true. Like they feel like whoa, you really see me. You really see who I am. And I feel like with this energy that I'm picking up on here, this highly intuitive nature, it's like they might be right. If someone says that to you, or if they're feeling that way, they might be right, because you're so intuitive that you really are picking up on a lot from them. Just with that look, or just with the intensity of how you look at them. You're really connecting on that deep level. Without even realizing it, I think you're intuitively picking up on people's feelings, on deeper aspects of their personality without them saying it. So there was a kind of a similar message that came through in reading one. Energy felt completely different to me. So this could have something to do with your eyes, or your eye color being something that attracts people, as it was in reading one. Totally could be that. I get a different energy. I get that it's not so much the appearance of your eyes, although I do get long or thick lashes, but there's something so gentle about your eyes. And like I was saying, people feel seen when they're around you. And with this High Priestess with her eyes being closed, it's like you see... Okay, this is what's coming to mind for me. You know how you'll hear people say that intimacy really means in to me see, like that it's really the ability to share with somebody and to let them view like deeply into your soul, let them see into you. This is what it feels like. It feels like this might not be about your physical eyes, but more about that intuitive, kind, caring, and gentle energy, because the High Priestess has her eyes closed, but it's like, I feel like she sees more than someone with their eyes open. And I feel like that might describe you very well. You don't even have to see a person to really connect with them, or physical appearance isn't very important to you. You're not hung up on how someone is physically presenting. That's not the most important thing. It's more connecting with them on a soul level. It's highly attractive. I think that what is interesting about you, the energy I'm feeling, is that people are very physically attracted to you, and to learn that you are not so concerned with physical appearance, although you are highly attractive, is actually like very intriguing. It's very interesting, because I think a lot of times people, when they see an attractive person, they automatically think that person might be vain. That person might be hung up on physical appearance, because they can be, like, they're attractive enough that they can kind of choose to be around people who are highly attractive or something like that. But it's like, it's just not your concern. So there's a realness about you. There's something so real, something so down to earth, and something so majestic at the same time with this Queen energy. So it's it's actually kind of crazy. I think a lot of times people are like, how could someone that's so beautiful not know it? It's kind of the feeling I have. Like, you don't come across as someone who knows how physically attractive you are. Yeah. Yes. And there's something so like natural about you. I'm going to dig into this a little bit more and try to put my finger on exactly what that is. I feel like there's just something so non-judgmental about you that people really like. You have an open mind, and you value the things that make each person individually unique. So people really feel like you're looking upon them with that kindness, with those kind eyes. And it might even be more in a figurative way. When you look at them, they don't feel judged. They feel seen. They feel acknowledged. There's also something very eye-catching about your appearance. That's what I feel. I feel the energy that other people feel when they look at you. I almost want to say that sometimes people are astonished Like there's something so surprising about you, like how naturally attractive you are or something. They're almost astonished by it. And then on top of that, to be so kind, it's a combination they don't run across very often. Yes, I'm definitely picking up on that. You're a very natural beauty. So you might have really soft and delicate features. This is what attracts people to you, something that people notice about you immediately. But I also feel like it might be the way that you present yourself. Like there's something that's very modest about you. There's something that's very humble about you. It might be that you are truly unaware of how people see you. Like you really might not realize how physically attractive you are or how highly regarded you are. But I feel like this is something that people actually find endearing about you and even more attractive, because it's like you're totally oblivious to the fact that people are drawn to you. Completely oblivious, not vain at all. Yeah, I'm getting wild hair, wild untamed hair. I feel like this is more along the lines of this idea of natural beauty. So it might not be your hair, but I feel like you're someone who likes to accentuate your natural beauty, who likes to maybe even just kind of be... I feel like you're not someone who overdoes it. It might be because you're just not even concerned with physical appearance that much, but it's like you're just very naturally beautiful. So even when you haven't tried, even when you feel like, oh, my hair is wild and I didn't put on any makeup or whatever it might be for you, even when you feel like that, you are extremely attractive, especially in that state. I feel like for a lot of you, if there's a particular person in your life, or if there has been, like, I think that someone has told you, because I'm hearing this right now, someone has told you, like, you're the most beautiful when you first wake up, or they like you the most when, like, they like the way you look the most when you're, like, just lounging around in, like, a big t-shirt, and, like, you're not even trying, and that's when this person will tell you how beautiful you are. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from that. But I do also, I'm picking up on braids. So some of you might like to rock braids, and that's something that's attractive, that's showing up as significant. But also kind of wild hair. I'm hearing hair that suits you. So that may be about the way that you choose to wear your hair in a style that really suits you, even if it's unconventional or unexpected or whatever. Your hair really suits you, even if it's unique. And then I'm seeing like natural waves or something like that. I'm hearing that when you wear your hair naturally, that's when you're the most beautiful. That's when, like, people are very attracted to your hair being natural. So whatever that means to you, your hair in its natural state. I just get the feeling that there is something very effortless about your beauty or about your physical appearance. It's like you make it look easy to be very nicely put together. You make it look like it didn't take any time or effort at all. You might have a more casual style, but everything you do seems to come really easily in terms of physical appearance. It appears that you don't have to try very hard to be stunning. I'm definitely picking up on repeated imagery here, and on this horse card with like the moon and this being the same image that's on the High Priestess, and this is really highlighting that third eye, that intuition. You're coming across as a free spirit, as someone who may be well traveled, or someone who has a lot of different interests, a lot of hobbies, a lot of talent. there's kind of a little bit of a mysterious nature about you as well. Your third eye is highly developed, and people find you to be extremely intriguing because of this. It's like, because you see things the way that most people don't. You know things that most people don't know. I also have to point out that this horse card makes me think of someone who moves very gracefully, someone who's very physically fit, maybe even someone who's a runner, or likes to do something that requires a lot of stamina. For some of you, that is really being highlighted. But I do think in general that, I feel like this is going to come across as weird, but people are drawn to the way that you walk. So you might have like a very sexy or seductive walk. There's something, you move very sensually. So there's something about the way that you move being sensual. This might have to do with your body in general. Like people might be attracted to a particular feature on your body or the way your body is built. I'm hearing legs for some of you, very nice legs for some of you. And yeah, I'm kind of picking up that for a lot of you, you are into fitness. And this might also have to do with, we were talking about like your natural beauty. So this might be you're not into fitness, but your body is very fit, even if you don't put a lot of effort into it, or it's very curvy, even if you're not like trying to necessarily like gain curves in a particular area. There's something very sensual about the shape of your body and the way that you move it. Oh, interesting. There was a particular person coming through in number 2's reading, and I wonder if, like, I'm not really getting that, but because that was so specific, like the way you move, the way you walk type of thing, hips, legs are coming through. I wonder if that's like a particular crush that someone might have a crush on you coming through and like saying specifically what they are attracted to about you. So that is interesting. Let's get some tarot. I'm using the Muse Tarot deck because I feel like we can get some hints, more hints about physical features that are attractive about you with this deck. So let's see. Okay. So we have the Knight of Voices coming out. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. Excuse me while I go under the table. We have 2 cards down on the floor, so let me grab them. We have the 5 of Emotions and the Temperance card. And let's get a couple more. Oh, the Empress. Yeah. We were talking about that. I was really getting a lot of Empress energy from the Queen right from the beginning, so that doesn't surprise me at all that the Empress showed up here. This Knight of Voices. The Knight of Voices is the Knight of Swords. It can represent someone who is confident in their power and who really makes difficult decisions or difficult circumstances look easy to navigate, because the Knight of Swords kind of just like effortlessly just moves through, you know, like moves through very swiftly. Let me look at your bottom of the deck. So bottom of the deck energy, we have the Muse of Voices, so more swords energy, and the 9 of Materials. Yeah, you seem to have it all. There's something really independent about your energy, very free-spirited, and it's very attractive. Yeah. I can't get over how this Empress card came out, but also I'm looking at like more of this horse energy. So yeah, there's something graceful about the way that you move, and this can be physically the way you move. It can also talk about the way that you navigate the world, the way you navigate difficult circumstances, or circumstances that most people would find to be difficult. You move through them very easily. Yeah, we were talking so much about that effortless beauty thing, and I think that this is, there's something, like, people find it very attractive how effortless it all looks. I know that it might not always feel that way to you, but that's the way that you're coming across to other people. And I think this feeling kind of extends to everything that you do. So you're exuding some sort of grace and poise. And on top of that, I think that you do have a quick wit with all this swords energy that's coming through here in the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Voices here. Somebody very, very intellectual, and someone who can communicate very well, someone who can share ideas very easily. I think a lot of the idea sharing that you do might come from your intuition. It might be even nonverbal communication that you excel at, that is highly attractive. I think people find you witty and they find you very charming. But again, it's like you're not trying to be funny or clever or charming in any way. It feels like you aren't purposely trying to charm people, but it just comes naturally to you. So I feel like you are very unaware of how appealing you are, or like when someone, maybe even when someone is flirting with you or when someone is finding you attractive. It's like, I think a lot of times it goes right over your head. You're just being yourself. You're having a conversation, you're connecting with people, you're laughing, and people are looking at you like, wow, this person is absolutely magnetic and dynamic, and it just goes right over your head. You don't realize it. You're so real. It's like you're so real and so in the moment that you're not even realizing that that people are fawning over you is how I feel. I think there's something too about like an inner strength that you exude. I feel like this Nine of Materials, this Nine of Pentacles energy, it has that very independent nature. It's like you come across as somebody who can do it all. Someone who might have it all or have it all put together, but someone who's capable of doing it all on their own, and who makes it look so easy to do it all. I'm looking here at this Five of Emotions, so there's definitely a depth to your personality, maybe to your past, and this is probably why you're able to relate to people the way that you are. Kind of no matter where in life you meet them, like at what stage in life, you're able to connect to them. And I feel like the more people learn about you, you know what I want to say? I want to say like the cuter you get. I do think that for a lot of you, there's something very cute about you. There's something kind of adorable about you. This is not to say that there isn't like a sensual side too, because that's definitely the case. But this might be kind of that energy I'm picking up on, where it's like you're oblivious. You're very sensual, and people are very attracted to you. In that way, in that more physical way, but at the same time, you're adorable. There's something like so endearing about your personality, about the way that you communicate, and so there's definitely this like you're extremely sexy and really adorable at the same time, and really down to earth and mystical at the same time. So you're kind of this crazy juxtaposition of opposites kind of melded together in one. Another thing I'm seeing here, so this is going to resonate for some of you, I'm seeing a lot of head coverings in this reading. We were talking about hair and wild hair, but for some of you, it might not be that you have wild hair. It might be that you keep your hair covered. I'm just seeing a lot of head coverings here. And this is something I think that some people do find attractive about you, like that you have this particular style, or that you hold these particular values. Like it's something that people admire. And I think also something that people notice about you. This might be something that makes you stand out from the crowd, because your vibe's a little different. Like you might wear a particular head covering or a hat, or I also see like fun colors in the hair, you know, and like a short haircut here. So there might be something around that is important too. So Yeah, I got the wild hair and the braids, but there's a lot of imagery around the head, which I feel like was true in another reading too, but again, a little bit of a different energy. I feel like it might have been reading 2. Yeah. You might experiment with your appearance a little bit, but I get more of a feeling of like it's effortless. It's something you don't think that much about, and you don't realize how much it draws people's attention and how attractive it is. And another thing people are really attracted to about you is your balance. I think that you balance your masculine and your feminine energies very well. And you're a person who can be very direct, like with this Knight of Voices energy, but there's also like this very nurturing energy coming from you. There's a very receptive energy. So I think you're someone who values like open communication that's coming from both sides. You don't want to dictate anything. You're not trying to be a dictator. You're willing to listen. You're willing to talk. There's balance there, and it's highly attractive. I think Temperance too is also highlighting your patience again. So this tells me again that your energy is very, very balanced. There's a quickness to it. There's a fast moving energy that I'm picking up on from the Knight of Voices, but then also this very calm, balanced, and patient energy from the Temperance. So absolutely, you know when to use which type of energy. You know how to get things done. You know when to kind of be more gentle, when to slow down, and that's that intuition. I think it's the intuition that guides you to know what the right move is. It's very thoughtful and deliberate energy, and I feel like there is something so evolved about you. I am astonished that, well, can we ever really be surprised? I don't know, but the Empress card ended up showing up after we talked about this, and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe this card came out. But then again, the tarot never ceases to amaze me, so of course this card showed up. This is the card of someone who's highly abundant, who's highly valued, and I feel like this is, especially because this energy that I was picking up on before of like, I think a lot of this just goes right over your head. Like you don't realize how valued you are and how you are seen in the world. I feel like that's why this Empress showed up, even though we didn't need it because we were already talking about the Empress. But it's like you are highly valued in every situation that you enter into. I feel like you're someone who is highly valued, like in your family, in your it could be your workplace, in your group of friends. Like you are highly valued for this intuitive and gentle nature, and you don't realize it. So this is kind of just showing me that it's showing. I think the way that you nurture people is what is really valued about you. This Four of Voices, this really calm energy, this regenerative energy, this is something you provide for others. It's the way you create a safe place for people. It's the way that you show people a lot of kindness and caring and empathy. You feel like home. You feel like that place of rest and rejuvenation for those around you. You're a peaceful individual. That's what I will say. You are a very peaceful person, and that energy is apparent and it radiates from you. So yes, I think I will leave your reading there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you liked this video, if any of these messages resonated with you, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.